Hello. Apologies for the, I suppose, lateness. Not that it matters if you catch them on YouTube, but there's no one in the stream at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. But it annoys me. But having interesting sleeping patterns at the moment, so please bear with me while I just prepare what I thought I was going to have time to prepare. Right, you look fine. Perfect. Lovely. So in today's stream, we, as it says in the title of both the stream and the video, today's stream we will be drawing Caterpie, the next in the series, or the next in the Pokédex anyway. So let's just make sure that's actually under there. Lovely. Okay, now same as last stream, I pretty much got everything out around marker wise, pen wise, just to, you know, really give it actually a chance to sort of be able to get everything done and dusted straight away. And the plan currently, I did consider maybe doing both Caterpie and Metapod, because I don't think Caterpie is going to be super long to do. Hi Sally. But then also, what I don't want to do is obviously split anything over, so I think the best thing to do is just to do Caterpie for now, and then perhaps if the stream does need to go on a bit longer, I do like to do about an hour or so, perhaps we can go back and add some things to the pages, whether it be some Pokeball designs or draw some of the badges, for example. That's sort of what I've been considering for, you know, the gaps in between, rather than trying to sort of fit other Pokemon. Because let's be fair, am I going to fit a Pokemon in this space here? Yeah, probably eventually if I came back and did Galvantula, and therefore Joltik. But realistically, there's 60 pages in this. I doubt I'm going to come back in 5 years' time and suddenly add anything in, because that's what me and my fiance were working out the other day. Was it realistically with 4 streams a week, and that's if I stick to the 4 streams a week, it's probably going to take about 5 years or so, and that's just with the Pokemon that are currently out, so we'll see how long that lasts. But without any further ado, let's get him done. So the plan really is for this page, I did want to sort of do Caterpie here, Metapod here, and then Butterfree here, because they're not really big Pokemon. They're not starters, so they don't need their own pages. And also I don't need, that's actually drawn, I don't need a massive Caterpie. Why I'm thinking is how to sort of start it, and I do think that actually we're going to do some, I don't even know what the technical term for this is, but some little trickery with this, so I can line afterwards, I can do proper sketching now, sketch the shapes out, and then kind of get into it, because this then, rather than, you know, quite carefully sketching out the shapes like I normally do and then lining over them, actually just sketching and then everything else comes in the lining afterwards for the actual shape. Nope, it's a bit big. So I'm quite pleased, and not really sure why, but quite pleased with so far the performance of the Blastoise video on YouTube. It seems to be doing relatively well in comparison to the other ones. Obviously, it's not reaching 6 million views, so it's not that big a deal, but to me it's a decent deal. Now I want this to go to the same kind of height as that, because then that can get bigger, which is fine. Are you streaming later on, Sally? Oh, really? What's happening? Ah. Hope everything's okay. Ah. You'll have to drop me a message later. For some reason I can't get the proportions the way I want them so far. And immediately my mind goes to blaming, what's it called? Oh gosh. But nothing will connect at all, or... I'll start this always. I'm going to just rub this out and start again because I've done it all way too big. Oh wow. Have you gone on to that issues in my area to see if there's anything going on? Yeah, I imagine so. Right, so note to self, don't try and change the way I draw because clearly that's not going to work. this is basically the same size. It looks like Caterpie is going to be quite big. I mean, this is massive in comparison to, say, I don't know why I'm doing it so big. Do you know what it is? I think it's because I've got the picture so big that I'm working from, that for some reason my head can't wrap around with resizing it before drawing it. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back out of that and have it a bit smaller and see if that helps. Because if I can't fit all three on the same page, that's fine. But I'm not having an entire page where I can only fit bloody Caterpie on. Right, so I'm thinking, realistically I want that kind of shape, that kind of shape, that kind of shape, that kind of shape. And that'd be the perfect kind of size, and I can fit Metapod down here, so that's fine. I don't really want to go much bigger than that. So, if I still start with these, that's probably the size that I want. Then we'll go up around here. Turn this into its little snout. There we go, that's better. Okay, I'm already a bit happy with this, so that's fine. Yeah, that needs to be more like there. And then hopefully it won't feel as I'm just digging through the damn paper now, it feels like. Hi Courtney. So there we go. The only thing that I'm not looking forward to here is the rings, because they're not lined, and I'm already not great at sticking to things that should be done but can't because they're lined. Okay, I'm mostly happy with that. Let's get I think this can even do it going even more centre there. That's what I'm ripping through this, I'm sure. Okay, then I think what I'm going to do is get these lines on and then come back and try, I think, to see what I can do with the bits that I don't know how to do yet. Okay. Can I get those a little bit bigger? Try and get it. Yeah, really well, thank you. Just struggling with internal plans, I suppose, at the moment. Where to go and what to do with this. Not this specific drawing, but the series in general. Which way to sort of go. That's, you know, that's helpful to me. How are you? Okay. So I'm going to go from sort of here, basically down to there. Oh, amazing. That's rubbish. Right, the under's not amazing. Okay. Oh god, I can imagine stuck just sort of lying in one place. Right, let's start rubbing this and seeing what we're left with, seeing where we are. These, connect the dots. I don't like this. I'm hoping I can streamline that a little bit. Okay, so I think we're officially into colouring time then. I'm thinking nope. Especially now I've got red all over my hand, so I literally opened one pen and I'm covered in lovely red now. Right, let's start a nice space on my little test sheet now. Was it carmine? Carmine or maybe French vermilion? I'm looking at that's a bit red. This is the fun part now, looking at bloody. Yeah, that's a bit. I want something more like it. And this orange is quite. Hi, Alex. This. Does that work? That actually works. So this is then from the Decatime. It's called Orange, but it definitely. I mean, what am I doing? I'm sitting here in the dark. And it is roughly an orange shade, but there's a reddish tinge to it, enough for me to be happy to sort of put this on and then go over with the shadow colour. And that's and then maybe French vermilion, or is that just red? Yeah, I think that's just really red, isn't it? It's not a massive shadow, so I think I'm going to try it, you know. So this is French vermilion from the same. Yeah, it works perfectly. Then I'll use the I will use the colourless blender to add the highlights. I don't know actually, that's not very dark. How's that looking on camera? Doesn't look too bad actually. Let's try. I'm gonna give the Winsor & Newton blender a go and see if that does the same thing, because if it does, lush. So I just want perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex, but in comparison, you are, to most people, a genius. So, right, I think probably the best thing to do is to do the underbody, because that lightest yellow is also going to be the ring for the eye, and it's also going to be the rings along the body that I then need to somehow. I always wonder, because when I'm listening, Courtney, I don't really hear necessarily the scratching sometimes, and I really wish or hope that soon I can get myself to a point where I can get better equipment and have like a proper microphone. 'Cause I have a microphone, but it's USB and I'm recording on my phone. But I'd like to have the microphone sort of, you know, properly zoned in on the paper to really do, you know, those ASMR scratches. What, the USB to my phone, Alex? Oh no! Oh, actually, right, I found the shadow. Okay. I'm gonna keep that there because that could also be a shadow. This is just like bright yellow. I don't want that. Oh, that's almost, in some ways it's kind of orange. It's darker than the milk. What's this from? This is gonna be darker. Well, that's good. I'm glad it comes through. Warm grey maybe, was that? No, it's not kind of dark. That's a lovely colour, but not for this. Maybe eggshell. Let's try eggshell. No. Anything in here that I can think of? Like, no, it's not really yellow enough, is it? Let's try this. Let's test barely beige. I don't know if that's yellow enough, but do you know what? No, it's not. It's not, because then I'm going against that for... Oh, actually. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to mix colours today. Well, not mix colours, but I'm going with Barely Beige from my Deco Time. And then I'm going to go over it with Brown Grey. I was considering going over it with Multi Milk Tea. No, Milk Tea Multi. But I think the Brown Grey is more noticeable as a shadow, so I'm going to leave Milk Tea. And I use Milk Tea for most of bloody Squirtle, Water and Blastoise's thing, I think, I'm sure. So, let's go. Let's go in... Yeah, I don't want to use the brush on these. See, it is definitely less yellow and more beige than I'd want, I think. No, it is very beige, isn't it? Still time to go over what Brown Grey and Milk Tea Multi. Yeah, they do. And that's the issue, is they do look the same on the cap, and then they don't when you actually colour with them, so it's quite frustrating. Pokemon, yeah, the plural's just like sheep. What is the favourite? Oh no, look what I've done. Okay. First one of those we'll end up getting to is Rayquaza, and that's probably going to be in about 2 years. He's part of Generation 3. Well, there's very cool Pokemon. In fact, actually, let me do this. I think this might actually be beneficial to me in the long run. 'Cause I'm going to struggle to get those rings properly done. Do I cheat a bit and just do them all this colour, and then use the green to draw the markings on? I don't know. But what I am going to do, bit of beige can go back. Let's keep that there for the time being. I'll do the, no other. So this one then, as I say, is Brown Grey from the Ohuhu Kala series. So I'm just going to go in with those, and it looks a bit dark, but once it dries, it will settle down into more of a. I need to use the air. That's fine. There's, do you know, I'm right with him there. There's an importance to Yu-Gi-Oh that can't be understated. So. I find as well, Alex, on a few of the ones I've done where I have had a massive contrast in the base colour and the shadow, is it really helps with the sort of cartoony factor. It makes the sort of cartoon amp up a little bit, which really for Pokemon kind of works, as I've mentioned a couple of times. Exactly. And then this is all, apart from this. I don't know if you noticed my sneaky way of colouring up the part of the pencil that was still hidden under there, but. Okay, so that covers that. I think, what was this from? Oh, see, this is the joy now of using pens from everywhere. I don't remember what this is from. If I said this was from the Carla series, it's not. It's from the Oahu series. That's my bad. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that works. So I'm just quickly going to do the inside of the eye, which to be fair should have been quite a bit more circular than this oval, but this I'm using one grey 3 and then one grey 8. And I will just slightly go over the lines just so that I can make that a bit more circular. And then this technically is a black, but let's be fair, this one grey is so dark that it can kind of pull it off quite easily. And now there's not really anything stopping me from what I have been putting off, which is these greens for these rings, but and that, Courtney, is why I so far literally just look at the screen and copy shadows, copy colours, attempt to copy and go from there. What's this? Oh, vivid green looks right on the cap, but it is too vivid on the paper. What we got? Right, bear with me. I'm pretty certain I can hear my boy, so bear me a sec. I'm back. What was I doing? Yeah, trying to find a green. It's not that one. Thank you. Tell you what, look, right. This is so silly. This, imagine this, it just says Vivid Green. I'll try Vivid Green again. I've got 2 Vivid Greens. But it is literally, I know it says Vivid Green, but why is the cap nothing like this? It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's try Petit Pois. That's so much darker. Actually, that works potentially for the shadow, so I'll keep that out. What are you? Grass green. That works for now. So I'm going to have to be really careful with these then. So I want to do this circle here. And then the same around, and then I'm just going to colour the whole thing in and see if this has kind of managed to trick me into getting it looking decent. My only thing is I might have to go on the head as well and the muzzle underneath with the same colour, just to make sure that we're getting the same. What I don't want to do is then have this green really stand out as a completely different colour. No, you're right there, Alex. And that's with everything, not just sort of drawing. That's with every form of art, really, isn't it? The main thing that's against you and holding you back is your own sort of feelings of, I suppose, not self-worth, but inadequacy, I guess. You know, do you see yourself as being able to? And if you don't, you're not going to be able to. And if you do, you still might not be able to, but you can push yourself to get there. Okay. Because this is what it's going to look like without that undertone. And actually it's not that different, so let's carry on. And that's it, you know. You think, in a similar vein to me, Alex, like, I am probably looking better than I thought I did. However, if I was left to sort of just draw, not to copy from official artwork and then colour over it, these series will be a lot more different. And you'll notice that when we get, hopefully, eventually to my own Pokemon that I made, you know, it's practice makes perfect, doesn't it? And it's also a case of fake it till you make it. Do what you can do, and the rest will come. Yeah, exactly. You'll never get better until you get better. I mean, even with these, there's a shock value. Like Tuesday's stream with Blastoise, That came out so much better than I thought it would. And, you know, midway through, still didn't think that it was gonna work. Exactly. There we go, that actually worked, which is good. Some of the rings don't look amazing, but that's that. Really grass green. You were from there, I believe. And now we're going to go in with Petit Pois and try and get that. I agree with that completely, Courtney, as well. Yeah, you're absolutely right in that. You know, it's the same with every creative avenue. You're doing it for you essentially, and the reason you're doing it is, again, your reasoning. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about the reasoning. Just do it. Just do it and go for it. Strange thing is, it's not really at all. The lid might be the colour of peas, but the actual ink colour is absolutely not. And that's some of the fun of. That's why it's so hard to do sometimes. I mean, obviously, what I should have done by this point is sat down and done swatches, and properly laid out the colours in front of me before I come in, so I can see them on the paper already. But that doesn't really help, because every time I use this test piece of a sketchbook paper that I've got, it looks different on this page anyway. And obviously, you know, some of that you can account for, like layering and things, but even then, it's frustrating because not all, but a couple of the messes with colour have been due to, you know, incorrect, what's even the term? Not even labelling. It's not their fault necessarily, but it's just the fact that it works differently on different papers that just sets me back a little bit. Are these supposed to look in any way segmented? Not really, but I'm going to make them like that. And then there's that. Right, where was Petit Pois from now? There. Okay, so I think that all I need now is to go in with a little of the old colourless blender to make some little this colour in it, because there's like a nice like highlight here that's really quite bright, but also, is it bright enough for what I'm doing? Who knows? really not. So now it just looks like a water stain. So this is kind of hit and miss, I think. This colourless blender, but occasionally it works really well. And sometimes it looks like that, where it looks like a splash of water and I should have done the highlight in the first place. But I don't mind, because I'm actually way too lazy to try and do anything else. No, I was literally just looking at it now, Courtney. And for some reason, the first time I ever used it, I thought I saw it. You can kind of see on the tip. I don't know if you can see that really. Let's see if I can get off Caterpie a sec. I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of see on the tip a really, really tiny blob. But then that could just be the edge of it. It's not even really noticeable. So yes, you can carry on just using that for the next colour again, and I suppose the idea of it is that you'd use it to blend those colours into one, I think. But I have been lazy, and well, not lazy, but I'm using it for a cheap, cheeky highlight, because it seems to bleach the colours. But not there, it looks like a raindrop on the picture. But that, I believe, is that. I'm not going to stretch to the hour, I don't think. I think I'm going to go and check on little man, because he's still not asleep the last time I checked. So, thank you everyone. There's people here to say thank you to, so thanks so much for watching. Please feel free to follow to see any streams from me. I do stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 PM British time, and I attempt to stream at 2 PM British time on Saturdays and Sundays when able. Although again this weekend I'll definitely be able to on Sunday. Should be able to on Saturday though, so I should have a Saturday stream. If you do want to watch the video back, you can watch it out here on the VODs, but I also share them back up on my YouTube channel, Dissertation, which the link for that is in the description below the video today. And feel free to follow me on there. Anyone that is catching up on YouTube right now, if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to see more from this, and don't forget to check on the playlist to watch the rest of the videos so you can see more of this. And with that, I will leave you all to your evening. Thanks so much for watching, and take care. Bye.